very happy that we are not only celebrating this event, but also that it's happening in Barcelona, that makes this a little bit special for us. As Anna was mentioning, we're in a very important year for the city. There are many things happening, and we thought this was an important event to take place here, just to even reinforce the agenda that we have in our hands, communicated through what's going on the city. Ruth said that she had really bad notes. I also have really bad notes, so I'm gonna play a little trick. I will pass some slides so the attention goes there and you don't pay too much attention to what I say. So maybe this expresses much better, I think, many of the things that we are trying to do in the European Bauhaus kind of like academy. Because maybe in the couple of minutes that I have here just to introduce, I want to say that for us, this is not just another European project. At IAAC, we do a lot. We are a very strange place, I would say, in Spain, that we combine very intensively education, research, and innovation. We are not technically a university, we are not a research center, we are not a technological innovation center, we are the combination of the three of them, and this makes, I think, IAAC a very special place. To me, the NEBA project, this is particularly relevant because I think we have been always NEBA, even before NEBA existed. Everything that we have been claiming since the very beginning, somehow it's now crystallizing in this wonderful kind of like alliance. And from, again, all the projects we do, all the projects we manage, that we obviously research in many different fronts, I think this is a truly special one because it's in a way finding the right partners across Europe to really, try to push forward something that we have felt, at least in Spain, at least in Barcelona, even though we have always had a global view on things, extremely important. So let me tell you a few things that I think are key to NEBA and to the work that we have been doing that for me are very relevant. First one is that we are seeing that the pace of change is increasingly so much, and we also see that our educational models take 5-8 years. I love our traditional schools in this country. They are wonderful, but they are completely outdated. Like we were saying, we have been doing at IAAC for many years timber buildings. We know that bio-based was going to be a big thing, and we started very early. Many of the schools in our country today, they don't have enough curriculum. They are not even able to change and update. And they realize they have to change, but it takes them 8 years, 10 years. So I think this puts the emphasis again on us finding ways to train the people, because this is what we need. We cannot have a theoretical transition. We need that transition to percolate through the people and train them and upskill them. So the other wonderful thing is that we have been doing that through a variety of mediums. We are very lucky to have this kind of forest campus where our students really have the opportunity of really learning by doing an immersive experience. But also we have launched in the past years a lot of like online education programs, different formats, because we feel there is a need out there, and we have been really pushing that forward. So the fact that we are now gathering as a kind of collective force across Europe, for us is really fantastic. I also love one thing about NEBA is that we have this regional focus, right? There are no one solution for the entire Europe. I always say, like, our friends, the Germans, are probably, they have, 30% of the buildings that they're building are bio-based, are with, mass timber as the primary structure. In Spain, we are close to 1 to 2%. So we are in a completely different reality, right? So I think this idea of also having the regional hubs. So regional hubs, amazing, I think, idea. Really try to not only create things that are good for Europe as a whole, as a united thing, quote unquote, but really giving a specificity to the things that we are doing, each of us in particular kind of like regions. Last thing, just to close, I would say that in Spain we are in a very nice moment in a way. We have a huge opportunity in front of us. The bio-base is, again, as I was saying, very, very small in presence, but the potential is very high. We are seeing how our industries, our forest managers, everybody's kind of like converging into really making this kind of big transition. Really make it possible, it will be extremely important. So the last thing I would say is that, for us, hopefully we can really make NEBA meaningful, at least in the Spanish context, through through the South Hub. So I will leave it there. I hope I'm not, this is the last person that speaks with mic on and off, because it's really strange. But anyways, welcome to Barcelona, and thank you so much for being here.